And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the New York Knicks. For New York, they'll be opening the season on their home court in front of what is sure to be a raucous crowd. It's a great opportunity for them to get that first win of the season right off the bat. A forgettable season for the New York Knicks in 2014. Was it a case of them underachieving, or are they simply not that great a team?
Well, they are underachieved, but the roster.
Let's go, New York Knicks starting lineup. Man in the middle, standing 6'1", number 11, Sam.
This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with my broadcast partners, Steve and the Bulls. Start out with the ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Bulls 5 right now. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward position.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
Now here's Rose. Inside to Gasol. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Here's New York. It's a three-point game, and Shumpert kicks to Calderon. Elbow shot is on the way. Shot's good by Anthony. Anthony's got his first bucket of the night.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively because that was a blatant mistake.
In the corner, it's Noah. Shumpert against Butler. On its way from Rose for two. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Chicago on defense. Calderon dishes to Stoudemire. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Anthony right side. A baseline J. Chicago grabs the miss.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
A lot of people thought, Steve, that Chicago had a chance last year to do much when Derrick Rose went down, but they stuck with it and ended up in the playoffs nonetheless.
And they didn't just make the playoffs. They had home court advantage in the first round as well.
And it's Rose penetrating and blocked. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Shumpert. New York moving it around. Anthony left side. Shot clock at 5. Lets it fly. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
Unfortunately for the Bulls, home court advantage really didn't do much for them as they dropped their first 2 games at home and were bounced in the first round. Another example of why home court advantage is desired, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything in the playoffs. Matchups drive results.
Now here's Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. And Shumpert kicks to Anthony. Takes it from 10. Good. He hits the jump shot. Anthony's got 6.
I'll tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Outside Rose. And it's Chicago scoring again.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
And so that's the end of the first quarter. Offensively, pretty stagnant. It's Chicago. They're up by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Boy, the offense has been so smooth. Everybody working together, and you can tell they're getting good shots pretty much every time down.
Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine there. I mean, they keep the ball moving, they keep themselves moving, and as a result, they're piling up the points.
So for Chicago right now, inside, Gibson and Noah. Rose and Snell teaming up in the backcourt, and it's McDermott in at the small forward.
Taj Gibson, in his 6th season now in the NBA, he's in the prime of his career at 29 years old. Last season, he upped his scoring rate and averaged double digits for the first time in his career.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, interestingly, guys, Joakim Noah draws inspiration from music. Not the typical selections you might think. He is a huge reggae fan. Noah said, quote, "People think reggae is such happy music, but really listen to the lyrics. It's about empowerment. It's about uniting people. It gives me strength on the floor." Guys?
Noah, definitely a unique player and character in the NBA. Good to see. Good kid. Thank you, Doris.
Well, the Argentinian, Pablo Prigioni, now 37 years of age, but I really like the way he competes defensively. Also a very good rebounder for a point guard.
And Prigioni, Clark, very selective with his shot, but he's got deep range.
Yes, he does. And, Kevin, I think he could be even more aggressive looking. He's got to be a little more shot hungry. I mean, he's over 40% from long range last season.
He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes, Clark.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
Smith, the pass to Prigioni. Anthony dishes to Smith. And Prigioni kicks to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Good job using his speed advantage to create the separation he needed for the shot.
Larkin, he's checked in for Pablo Prigioni.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. drafted after his junior season at Michigan. Had a terrific first season with the Knicks. Skilled scorer, very good shooter from deep, and the ability to put the ball on the floor and get out in transition. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent player.
And Hardaway still showing restraint in the NBA. We've seen flashes of his ball handling and his explosiveness, but most of his shots came from long range.
Yeah, and that's the one area that he'll have to continue to sharpen up, is his ability to shoot off the dribble and take care of the ball and make plays. But his work ethic says that that'll happen in due time.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Stoudemire's checked in for New York. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Dunleavy comes in for McDermott. Butler, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Heinrich in for Rose. Larkin kicks to Hardaway. Tipped away. And they're running. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The offensive rebound. Gibson with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Cashes in for a double-digit lead.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
He can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up in the paint.
They're just way too porous as a defense right now. A lot of holes in that defense. It's a good time to use a timeout here.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. A different look for New York. Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for Bargnani. Shumpert comes in for Smith, and it's Calderon in for Hardaway. Chicago also making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Gibson. For Mirotic, and it's Brooks in for Kirk Heinrich.
Good ball movement. You put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Chicago. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And Brooks, here we go. Good work defensively by Stoudemire.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Larkin, the pass to Calderon. With 1 on the clock. And we've finished one half of basketball. Bulls lead by 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. Knicks trail by 8. Melo outside at the 3 with Amari down at power forward. Amon Shumpert is out there with Calderon. And it's Dallenberg in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now. That ball's nice speed this time from Jose Calderon.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Here's Stoudemire. Here's Anthony. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
Well, Carmelo Anthony's free agent decision subject to much speculation and hand-wringing in New York over the last season. But in the end, he decided to remain with the Knicks, much to the relief of the hometown faithful.
And for Melo, the decision to return to New York made more challenging by their struggles last season.
Yeah, you know, Melo is comfortable, I think, playing in the bright lights in the big city where he grew up until age 8. I don't think he shies away from that. Actually, he handles it quite well, in my opinion. It's not easy to play in New York. But the Knicks had to convince him that they could win going forward in order for him to return. Derrick Rose, born and raised on the south side of Chicago, now playing for his hometown Bulls. He even became a partner and endorser for Chicago's top deep dish pizza chain. He does represent this town.
You talk about Derrick Rose's culinary interest. He's looked to change his diet for the better.
Yeah, he needed to, Kevin, because, you know, he's a big fan of candy when he came into the league. It was kind of his vice. He said he would eat up to 2 pounds of candy in one sitting. I mean, that's just crazy. But he's hired a personal chef. He's eating better. He's taking care of his body. And it's important, obviously, as you get older and you're dealing with injuries.
And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Iman Shumpert. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Maury Stoudemire still an efficient scorer, attacking the rim. The problems have been at the defensive end of the floor, where last season he fouled 4 times more than he blocked a shot. Not a great ratio. So he's got to continue to work defensively.
And New York making a change here. Smith has checked in. That's good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Calderon against Rose. Dishes to Smith. A 3-ball. It's all in by the Bulls. Noah's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Amari, he's owed around $45 million over this season and next.
And that's a huge contract. Still a great scorer, but as we discussed, he's got to defend at a better level and rebound at a higher rate to command more minutes on this team. And we'll see if he can make that happen.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, the Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, known as one of the most demanding coaches in all the NBA, he said the teams that are special always play with a rare intensity. That's just how championship caliber teams play. He added, I don't think you really feel pressure if you're putting everything you have into each and every day. Sound strategy, Kevin.
He's one of the best getting that kind of effort from his players. Doris, thank you.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
And Anthony gets double-teamed to end the run. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
And Prigioni kicks to Hardaway. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Off target from the baseline. Here's Gibson. No luck. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, let's do it. I love the way this play developed. I think this offense really thrives off of plays like that. Turned it into an easy basket.
And the foul on Pablo Prigioni. That's his first foul.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Larkin is checked in for Pablo Prigioni. On the court for the Bulls, getting this 4th quarter started. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. McDermott is out there with Tony Snell. And it's Noah in at the 5, down low. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for New York. Stoudemire comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Stoudemire with the ball. Now defended by McDermott. Dallenberg. And he overshot that one, missing.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
Stoudemire setting the pick for Anthony. Larkin dishes to Carmelo. He's looking for Dallenberg and finds him. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it to Stoudemire. Lays it up and banks it in.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. A Clark, playing in New York can be nerve-rattling, and the Knicks had a lot of trouble last season getting wins here at home.
And Kevin, if you look at where they ended up in the standings, a lot of it is because they just couldn't defend this court like they needed to.
Jose Calderon, he's checked in for the Knicks. Knicks trail by 17. Outside Anthony. Into Stoudemire. New York moving it around. Shumpert against Butler. And Shumpert kicks to Calderon. They shoot again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And I also like the penetration. I mean, they're getting into the paint. They're getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
The Knicks making a switch here. Outlaws checked in.
As you mentioned, the Knicks' shortcomings started at home as they went sub 500 here. Teams just don't make the playoffs with a losing record on their home floor.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. A different look for New York. Bargnani comes in for Samuel Dallenberg, and it's Pablo Prigioni in for Stoudemire. Then for the Bulls, Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Jimmy Butler, and it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. There's the dish to Outlaw. Got it. Good job in the low post.
You know, it appeared to me that at times the Knicks did press a little too hard at home last year. They seemed to be forcing things that just weren't there in an effort to appease this very demanding New York Knicks crowd. And I think that pressure led to poor performances.
Now here is Mirotic, covered by Outlaw. Mirotic's shot is off. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Good.
Yeah, they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. They set the screen. And Heinrich gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Well, they've done a great job keeping the fans out of the game today, and the closer they get to the win, the quieter it gets.
Yeah, we call that the sweet sounds of silence. They're going to savor this win, as well they should. Every road win carries a little extra reward.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Gasol setting the pick for Heinrich, and he lobs it up toward the rim.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Here's Calderon. Off target with that shot. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, a nice win for you tonight, Joe Kim. What was the attitude of the team coming into this game and just in general?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress. And, you know, we just got to keep fighting, and get as many W's as possible.
Congratulations, Joe Kim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.